When we join the United Methodist Church, we make a covenant promise. We say together that we will support the local church with our prayers, with our presence, with our gifts, with our service, and with our witness. Now, that's not just a list of nice church words. It's a way of life. And today I want to spend a little extra time talking about two of those promises: the giving of our gifts and our service. Because when we offer our gifts and our services to God, not just once, not just occasionally, but as a regular rhythm of life, something powerful happens. God uses our offering to transform the world. But just as importantly, God uses our offering to transform us. Now, when we talk about gifts, we're talking about everything that God has entrusted to us: our finances, our talent, our skills, and even our time. Now, the world usually tells us, hold on tight, protect what's yours, make sure that you have enough for yourself. But the gospel flips that thinking upside down. Jesus teaches us that what we hold on to tightly, we end up losing. And what we release to God, on the other hand, we find multiplied back in ways that we never expected. When we give generously, whether it's through tithing, through supporting mission, or quietly helping someone in need, our hearts begin to change. Instead of being ruled by fear or by scarcity, we start to live with trust. We learn slowly but surely that God really is our provider. Paul says in 2 Corinthians 9 that God loves a cheerful giver. But the truth is, most of us don't start out as cheerful givers, and that is okay. We become cheerful givers over time as the practice of generosity loosens our grip and reshapes our hearts. It teaches us joy. It teaches us freedom. And it teaches us that giving is not loss, but rather giving is worship. And then there's the commitment to service. Jesus himself said, the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve. And when we follow Jesus, we take that same posture in our lives. Service is where our faith gets its feet. Service can look like 100 different things: teaching a Sunday school class, singing in the choir, rocking babies in the nursery, cooking a meal for someone who's sick, or repairing something around the church, or even serving on a mission trip, or even just showing up for a neighbor who needs a friend. But here's the thing. Service doesn't just change the person that you're helping. It changes you. Because when we serve, our eyes are opened. We start to see people as God sees them, not as problems to fix, but as people to love. We discover that we're not above anyone, but rather we are alongside of them. And that humility, that empathy, that love, well, it doesn't just happen automatically. It grows in us when we practice serving. The more that we serve, the more that we find joy in it. We realize that pouring ourselves out isn't draining. It's actually life-giving. And Jesus was right when he said, it is more blessed to give than to receive. And here's the beautiful part. When we combine our gifts and our service, something amazing happens. Yes, the church is strengthened. Yes, ministries flourish. Yes, lives in our community are touched and changed. But underneath it all, our own hearts are being remade. Generosity teaches us trust. Service teaches us humility. And together they draw us closer to the heart of Jesus, who gave everything and served everyone. When we live this way, faithfully offering our gifts and our service, we are no longer shaped by fear, by greed, or self-protection. We are shaped, rather, by grace. Our lives start to reflect God's kingdom here and now. And so here's my invitation to you as you step into membership in the United Methodist Church. Don't think of gifts and service as boxes to check off. Think of them as spiritual practices. Think of them as pathways that God uses to form you into a person of love. Every time that you give generously, every time that you serve faithfully, you're not just building up the church, you're allowing God to build you. And when we all live this way together, when each of us brings our gifts and our service, God weaves them together into something bigger than we could ever imagined. A community that truly reflects Christ's love. A people who shine as a light to the world. So may we be faithful. May we be generous. May we be servants. And may God transform our hearts through these commitments until our whole lives tell the story of Jesus.